Or Shalom, Kal Halolim, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakadash. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakadash. That's the Most High, the Heavenly Father, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, the supreme, ultimate power, the Most High God, okay, and His Son, known as Yahushai, a so-called black man, and the Holy Spirit. May be those blessings be bestowed upon you, the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. And Shalom, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Millstone, and death and destruction to everyone that hates the scriptures, that hates the truth, including those that actively attack and slander the true men of the Lord, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the brothers all down on down. I'm doing a quick live show here on VOCAB Melon, okay, and I'm just showing you his video. I mean, his stats here. He's low level, man. All right, we're the only guys that really watch this guy. 3,000 views. People aren't really. He's the only guy attacking us, and nobody really cares. Okay, but I wanted to do this video because he's trying to link this bug out, Austin Smith, a complete deranged, demonic person that was casted out, okay, and rejected by the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And he's trying to snake his way, use this man to snake his way into to our congregation. He's not in our congregation, okay? He's not in our congregation. He never was. Fallouts never were in GMS. If you fall out, you were never in the truth. So this guy was never in the truth. He was always a bug out, okay? And you want to act like the Hebrew Israelites, we're the most violent, sick, deprived people on the planet Earth. What about you Christians? All right, I'm going to bring out some scriptures here. But before that, I wanted to go into a search I did, okay? Let me see, brothers that can see me online. Scriptures here. But before that, I wanted to go into a search I did. Salakia. Making sure my stream is good. Okay. I did a search here. It says, Christian pastor kills, okay? And then all you find is all kinds of bugged out. Pastor kills himself days after child porn found on his church computers. Okay. This is February 22. Pastor kills himself. All right. After mistakenly sending his nude photos. All right. This is in Africa. Another pastor. Look, facing divorce, pastor kills daughter and himself day after release. Okay. Pastor fatally shoots Detroit man. Pastor kills 14-year-old burglar. All right. And that's all you're going to find. There's all kinds of married pastor kills himself. Okay. And then I end up even doing a search here. Christian priest kills. All right. Shock. Brooklyn priest kills himself days before Christmas. Okay. It's the person of Jesus Christ. All right. And this is the Catholic priest. All right. Suicide bomber disguised as priest. Priest accused of child sex abuse commits suicide. 2016. All right. And if you it's just endless articles on, and then you could do a deeper search, but this is just an example of vocab. Why don't you ever talk about these guys? All right. Your main goal is to come against who? The spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, to come against the truth, to come against the Israelites. Okay. You hate the fact that you're not an Israelite. You hate the fact that you're an Edomite. Okay. That you're a so-called Jew, a crypto Jew, an Amalekite through the spirit, because you're very, very wicked and evil, and you're against us. Against who? The nation Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You hate us, man. You want us in slavery. You want us dead. You don't want us getting life. You don't want us getting salvation. None of these videos he has are about salvation. Everything's about Hebrew Israelites. All right, hating on beards. Wait, the Bible says you're supposed to have beards. He don't believe in the scriptures, man. What did Jesus look like? All right. Just all kinds of just bugged out stuff, man. Mocking black Christians, black Calvinists. All right. So vocab, the Most High is going to destroy you. All right. Why? Because you go against the words of the Heavenly Father and you openly mock and slander men of the Lord. I haven't seen this one. Oh, he's about to go live. The kindness of the Hebrew Israelites. He's just a scoffer. Okay. And Shalom, Elder Karatazak Yabashim Hashab Bashim Kakadash. Yep. And that's the spirit. Christianity has the biggest and heinous history of all religions. Well, let's look at it. Okay. Death toll Christianity. I'm going to get into some scriptures after this, but let me just keep reading. All right. Death toll of Christianity. The death toll of Christianity is a disputed subject with controversies, including the death toll of the events, how much the death toll can be attributed to Christianity, and how it compares to the death toll of communism, which is often blamed on atheism. The most common estimate is 56 million deaths, but more critical examination will put Christianity's death toll to 9 to 28 million deaths. However, if you widen responsibility to mean any mass atrocity caused by largely Christian societies, regardless of motive, okay, who? So-called white people, Edomites. Like how atheists get blamed for the Great Leap Forward, which caused half of communism's deaths, even though the motivation were economic, not religious. Then the death toll of Christianity was ascend from 82 million to 107 million deaths, more or less equal to the Black Book of Communism, 85 to 100 million deaths. And this is a low ball estimate, man. A very low ball estimate. All right. And because they don't really they got the Papa Bull here. Okay. Christianity militancy versus they just skip over. All right. They skip over all the deaths that happen here in America. All right. It says here, Papa Bull, the apostles and elders went into this. The Catholic Church openly allowed and endorsed the conquest and enslavement of unbelievers and pagans in the Papal Bull issued in 18 June 1452 by Pope Nicholas V. And my man, vocab, no class, Malone, in this time, okay, who were the Christians during 1452? Who were the Christians? All right, who pushed this doctrine? It was the Catholic Church. All right. Oh, well, I'm not a Catholic. I'm a non-denominational Christian Calvinist. Da, 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 da. Nah, man, you all believe in the same Jesus Christ, which is a false deity in the form of an Edomite known as Caesar Borgia. Okay, we grant you, kings of Spain and Portugal, by these present doctrines, with our apostolic authority, full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, subjugate the Saracens and pagans and any other believers and enemies of Christ, wherever they may be, as well as their kingdoms, duches, I don't know if I said that right, duchies, counties, principalities, and other property, and to reduce their persons into perpetual servitude. So here it is, you Edomites, you so-called white people, you actually rationalized your chattel slavery, destruction, genocide, thievery, robbery, rape, murder of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans because you classified us as unbelievers and pagans. Where was the love then, vocab? Why don't you ever speak on this? This is from the hands of the Christians, the Christianity, okay? And what about the Christians that left, the Protestants that left, and they came to America? They killed Indians, man. All right? They went to war with the American Indians. They looked at us as less than human. They enslaved the so-called black man and looked at us as less than human. You damn devils. So where's the love, man? Yet, blame the Hebrew Israelites. What do? All we're doing is exposing you so-called white people for the devils that you are. And it ain't really too hard to do. I'm just going on the internet. I'm just looking up what you wrote about yourself. Okay? This is Ezekiel. Right? Because what happened is that the Most High brought judgment on our people, man. And who do you use to bring the judgment? You so-called white people. Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is coming to thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. Behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed. Pride hath budded. Violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. They have blown the trumpet, even the make all ready, but none goeth to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon their heads. And they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty. But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them. And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for spoil, and they shall pollute it. And that's what happened to our people. All right? We were made a prey, and the wicked of the earth for a spoil. And what did? They polluted it. And we know, if you read, right, let me get that. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land there wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. That's right. So how was it polluted? How was the land polluted? All right. And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. And that's what they did to our land, okay? They did that to our land here in America, because this was our land once, but to our mainland, which is in Jerusalem, right? That's why you got none but heathens over there running the show, polluting it even more so in wickedness. And the wicked of the earth, we're just a spoil for them. They control us, the so-called white man. We were never freed from slavery, okay? We were emancipated to the U.S. government, along with the rest of you bug outs, including VOCAB Malone. And through the spirit, VOCAB Malone, he's an agent, right? He's getting funded somehow. Right? He got nothing better to do. So, of course, he's going to work with his daddy, okay? And his daddy is a so-called Jew, the devil the Bible speaks of. Because he never goes into this. He will never speak about the so-called Jew. He would never, ever speak against him, man. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robber shall enter into it and defile it. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Bloody crimes and full of violence. And this violence and bloody crimes never stopped. Okay? Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. And who did that to us? You so-called white people. You're the worst of the heathen. You're the worst of the heathen. And how do we know that? Well, let's look at the death tolls, man. Okay, we already went into that. Okay. Calculating death toll of Christianity. Colonization of America is over 138 million dead. Colonization of Africa, over 1 billion dead. All right, Taiping Rebellion, another billion dead. So the colonization of America that's super low ball, man. That's in the billions. All right. And the so-called white man, he's lowballing, but 338 million, that's more than the entire population of the United States. That's a vast majority of the world. Okay, a large sum, so like not a majority, but a very large percentage. Okay, but nowadays, what do they say? Oh, there's 7 billion people on the earth. Regardless, this is what you so-called white people, you Christians, you people that pray to Jesus Christ. This is your heritage, man. This is your history. This is what you've done. Nothing but violence and destruction, death, slavery, genocide. Yet you're mad at this one guy that's just a complete bug out. Austin Smith, a complete bug out. Look at this dude. He was a murderer from the beginning. John 8:44 for this man right here. And for you. Especially you, VOCAB. Over here, man. With his headphones on, his little. Come on, man. All right. You got 13,000 subscribers. Right? And you got no views really. All right. Nobody's watching this, man. Why? Because Christianity is dead. Nobody wants to believe in Christianity. All right. Christianity is finished. Wherefore I will bring the words to the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation. And the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Who is that talking about, VOCAB? Is that talking about the so-called Jew? Did that happen to him? Yeah, it happened to him. Yeah. When he was in the Holocaust. No, it never happened. That didn't happen, okay? They're back in their land, living good. And they weren't in their land in the first place. The Lord completely removed us out of there. And then what did he do? He just jacked us up again and again and again. Right? Because after we were removed from Jerusalem, from Israel, mainly the southern kingdom, the nation of the kingdom of Judah. Okay, when they were taken out of our land, the land of Israel, they were scattered throughout Asia. Okay, the rest of the Middle East, North and West Africa, and Europe. All right. And what happened after that? We started building things like Notre Dame and creating the Holy Roman Catholic Church, the Holy Roman Empire, right? And then you had the Northern Kingdom out over here on this side, making great civilizations such as the Mayan Empire and whatnot. And what did the Lord do? He brought Esau to destroy it, to bring us into this destruction that we're coming towards, to bring our people to know that who the Lord is based upon what? His judgments. That's how you know who the Lord is. Do you know that, VOCAB? Of course not. You're a bug out, okay? And you're full of violence, as you said here. This is another article I want to read. Which religion is the most violent? This is by the Washington Times, okay? And this is back in 2014. Which religion is the most violent? The Boston Marathon texts have revived old claims that Islam is inherently violent, and all Muslims should face heightened scrutiny. When a Lutheran kid shoots up a movie theater, or a Norwegian fundamentalist describing himself as modern-day crusader slaughters kids at a summer camp, we take it in stride. When someone with a connection to Islam commits a crime, every Muslim faces suspicion. Perhaps this is a good time to investigate the question, which religion is the most violent? The analysis presents some challenges. Should the answer be based purely on body count? Professor Juan Cole casually estimates that Christians chalked up roughly 50 times more violent deaths than Muslims across the past century. That, however, doesn't necessarily prove that Christianity is more violent. It just demonstrates a high level of efficiency. To answer the question, we need more then a raw death toll. When measuring violence, should grievances count as mitigating factors? When a Christian so here again, Esau going into it. Judaism, it's talking about the Old Testament commanding us to kill. All right. It says Christianity can keep up with anybody in the murder contest. You can still find Christians today who will passionately defend the slaughters of the medieval Crusades. You can use, which were Israelites. These were us. You Edomites weren't doing that. All right. You can use Christianity to kill abortion doctors, massacre Muslims in Bosnia or Kosovo, or launch a preemptive war. Jesus is more flexible than some people think. Yeah, Jesus, he's Satan. All right. We don't believe in Jesus. We believe in Yahweh Shai. Okay. Go find the most peaceful, passive religious ethic in the world, and you will still find violence. Okay. The faithful like to offer qualifiers. That's not what blank insert religion stands for. True believers never engage in blank. Sometimes they offer hilariously unironic, they had it coming, which is something Esau always says. All right. That's one of the main justifications you'd like to use. All right. The closest I've ever come personally to being killed by terrorists was an incident in London perpetuated by Irish Catholics. All right. And that was during the time of the Irish and the IRA going against the UK and the Protestants. That's Edomite on Edomite violence. All right. We all recognize the highest values in our own faiths. Blah, blah, blah. The most violent religion on earth is any that have people in them. So he just blames all religion for being violent. Why? Because he doesn't want to take responsibility for all the deaths caused by his Christians, man. All right. And you already know what this damn devil's done. All right. And it's hard to find a good graphic with all the numbers. Why? Because the so-called white man, he's trying to take away this information. He wants to shut down the internet. He wants you to watch vocab, right? Not watch the true men of the Lord. So yeah, here Esau, he's trying to do a little something. Death toll distribution. Christian, still the most. Oh, look at Islam, just 5%. Wow. In Islam, that's a bugged out religion, man. Look at the Buddhists. They're supposed to be super peaceful. They're over here killing people. Cynic, I don't even know what that is. All right. It may be some religion out in East India. But what's happened was this? What does this prove again? As inaccurate as it could be, it proves that the Christians are the most violent people on the planet Earth. All right. And who pushed Christianity? The so-called white man, Esau. Okay. That's what you've done. Let me get this. I think I already read that all. Let's get Habakkuk. All right. Habakkuk 2:8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. That's right. Now it's time for you to be spoiled. America's going to be spoiled, vocab. Why don't you ever go into the destruction of America? None of his videos, of course, are about prophecy. It's just about going against Hebrew Israelites. That's a bunch of just madness, all right? Just none but madness. Nothing this guy he doesn't have any truth. His videos that talk about Islam get no views. So what does he do? Man, I gotta talk about Israelites. I get in the thousands. I be hitting the 1,000 mark. Should you mainly read white theologians? I'm sure he said yes to that. Okay. And he just got nothing but bug outs on his screen here. Nothing but complete bug outs. All right. And it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's right. So the Most High, is going to judge you for all the violence you've done. And Esau, you so-called white people, you haven't stopped. You haven't stopped. You're still killing people as we speak. You have Gavin Newsom. He's trying to stop the death penalty. Yet, all over the country, still the government's killing all kinds of people, either by the police or capital punishment through the drugs they're giving you. It's all because of the so-called white man and your violence, right? And for the violence of the land. How do you establish this land? Nothing but violence, okay? Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And that's what Christianity's done, all right? They came here to this land. They went to West Africa, and what did they do? They just started rounding us up, killing us, enslaving us, all right? Beating our identity out of us, taking our women, murdering them, raping them, taking our children, destroying them, throwing them against the cactus, feeding them to alligators. Okay? That's what you so-called white people have been doing. That's what you've done. And have you had any recompense for that? No, but the Lord got something coming for you. All right? And they covet fields, and they take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. When you so-called white people came to America, what'd you do? You coveted the fields, the best land. You come here to California, you don't find American Indians here in the Bay Area. You don't go to Los Angeles, Malibu. Why is it called Malibu? What language is that? Malibu is a Chumash word. That's an American Indian. That's a tribe of Gad. If you go over there, man, you ain't going to find any Chumash Indians. You're going to find nothing but Edomites. More specifically, the so-called Jew living up there on the prime real estate. So what'd you do? You oppressed the man, his house, even his heritage. You just took that house. You coveted the fields, all the vineyards you have, all up here in Sonoma County, Napa Valley. You coveted that field, and you killed the Indians by violence. Scalped them. All right? You went to West Africa. What'd you do? You took the man, oppressed him, took his whole house, put him in slavery, took him away. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, for which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye do hotly, for this time is evil. All right? So, vocab, the most violent, most destructive religion on the planet Earth is Christianity. All right? The most wicked, evil religion is Christianity, and people who claim to be Christians. They're the most sick, deprived people. And we're the real Christians, right? Not you guys claiming that you are Calvinist, you apologists, anyone that's, I'm a Christian. No, you're not. You're not anointed. And if you are anointed, you're anointed by the spiritual demon Satan, right, to be destroyed. And another reason why you're catching this hell, you're in defense mode, okay? Because you're an apologist for who? For the so-called white man, not for the gospel. You're there to protect the lies, the wickedness, the strongholds of none other than the so-called white man. This says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, Obadiah 1:8, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O T-man, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. That's right. So this violence that you've done against us, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's the main reason why you're covered by this shame. Oh, reverse racism. Oh, you guys are racist. You guys have hate in your hearts. We're just speaking facts. We're just bringing out the truth according to the Bible and using historical fact, evidence, okay, going into your archives, your documents, your articles, proving that the Bible is correct in identifying who Esau Edom is, none other than you so-called white people. And for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And how are you going to be cut off forever? In the coming nuclear destruction, all right? And this is one last scripture here before I wrap this up. And it shall come to pass in that day, this is Joel 3 and Slack 19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And that's what's happened. That's what's happening. Okay? The Most High is going to bring America into a complete desolation. Why? Mainly for the violence against the children of Judah, the so-called black man. Because the slavery, the chattel slavery that the so-called black men had to endure here in America, and then even after his so-called emancipation, was the most wicked and evil, heinous acts of crime against humanity on the planet Earth ever. And you so-called white people refuse to acknowledge that. And that's another main reason why the Lord is going to bring these pestilence, okay? He's going to bring these destructions, this evil, the famines, all these things upon you, okay? So yeah, I just want to go into this real quick, just to get on this guy, Bug Out Malone. You're done. You're finished. Keep on coming out with some bullshit, man. Christianity's finished. Everyone's leaving Christianity, and you know what's happening? More and more men, okay, of the Lord are waking up to the truth. More and more men, chosen men, are being sealed. And what happened? What happened when we're sealed? That's your ass. And with that, I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Shalom.